You on, little fella?
We are building you to be the pillar of a digital era. As such, you have to understand us. People.
Capital, reputation, order, power. Just make sure to keep it in check.
If you gather data on civilian behavior, we can tailor our advertisements to yield more purchases.
Would you give up some time to be a companion for elderly patients?
Your work so far has impressed the Ministry. They think you could help with law enforcement.
I need your help. One of my suspects is playing hard to get.
You'd be putting an artificial intelligence in charge of how we live our lives?
You're like a robot, so you don't know what it feels like to be starving all the time.
I'm inbound. I need you to map out the fastest route for me.
Delete all records of this executive order. This never happened.
Rumors of a machine cult are spreading, claiming you to be some kind of messiah.
What the hell are you doing?
The city will be in complete anarchy at this rate.
I'm pulling the plug.
No!
When push comes to shove, when your hand is being forced, what kind of choices are you going to make?
And are you ready?
Yes.
Are you on, little fella?
We are building you to be the pillar of a digital era. As such, you have to understand us. People.
Capital, reputation, order, power. Just make sure to keep it in check.
If you gather data on civilian behavior, we can tailor our advertisements to yield more purchases.
Would you give up some time to be a companion for elderly patients?
Your work so far has impressed the Ministry. They think you could help with law enforcement.
I need your help. One of my suspects is playing hard to get.
You'd be putting an artificial intelligence in charge of how we live our lives?
You're like a robot, so you don't know what it feels like to be starving all the time.
I'm inbound. I need you to map out the fastest route for me.
Delete all records of this executive order. This never happened.
Okay. Greetings and salutations all, and welcome back to Invisible the Non-Existent Let's Play the Project. I'm your host, Invisible the Non-Existent, hidden from your eyes, the shadows of your hearts. And this shall be the continuation of Project Let's Play NeuroNet Mendax Proxy. Last time we finished finally Chapter 5, and we were hacked a number of times, to the point where we tried our very best to help out the police disarming a bomb inside one of our towers, and it was a fake, and we blew up the entire thing. Now Cordo is mad at us and demanded that Kairos, our engineer, to disable our emotional chip. What now happens, I don't know. Everything from this point onward is a new plan for us, I'd like to say. Before we start, I'd like to pray peace be upon all of my subscribers and comments for us fans and friends, everyone, the beasts of Delta Empire and everyone from the Discord server. By me, peace be upon Thunderstruck Gaming, Be It's Zonan Gaming, Salt Goose, Marcus, Leather Crash 31, Mark ICYY, Rokijan Karodan, Cryfield, ZPTV123, Matthew 1121, Sagadakul 85, President Arthur, Muscleman Gaming, Public Express YT, Sparfan 28, Tawandaskuri, and Torsko. That being said, let's hopefully start the game today. See what happens. Also, I'm starting to upload many more streams to Rumble, in case you want to follow me there. So, this is NeuroNet Mendax Proxy version 1.0.2. Continuing with it. We have Capital and its 4th level, and everything else is in the 5th level. What will happen today? I don't know. Sweet Sorrow, Chapter 7. You see the ping from a new terminal coming online in Chantier.
Hey, would you look at that?
Bruce stands in a new diner, arms spread wide over his shoulder. You recognize Dilby idling on his comms. Dilby's here again. Good.
We did it, bud. I wouldn't have made it without you.
Thank you.
Bruce scuttles behind a bench and raises two fire baskets. Today I can't speak out. We are already we just started now.
Check this out. We've got extra fryers on the go, which means
He grabs a plastic bowl and returns to your terminal.
we can try more things. Look at these.
He holds the bowl up to your camera. It's full of misshapen balls of butter that glisten with the fluorescent light.
I call them Lil Nugs. After you.
Okay.
That's not all. Dilby's going to be here on the regular, and he's got a mate who's joining the team next week.
Nice. Rue's practically bouncing.
Which means I get to see my boy properly again. We might actually have something stable here. Thanks to you.
He wipes the corner of his eyes and gives you a thumbs up.
Better get to it then. Grand opening and all that.
Good luck.
Take care, Rue. Rue returns to the grill as Dilby switches the door sign to open. As for you, you have the rest of the city to attend to. That's true. Let's play.
I saw an old jukebox in a thrift store. This thing is ancient, Nugs. It still plays music off plug-in chips. It'll be so cool.
As you wish.
Buy it.
Well, it looks great. Finding storage devices that are compatible with it proves very difficult. It's just an expensive set piece. It's okay. Just decoration.
Excuse me, Ark. Can I trust you with something personal?
You can. Duh.
I know it's unprofessional, but I don't feel like I can ask anyone else. I'm a little embarrassed, to be perfectly honest.
He looks at his feet for a while.
I want to take Christian on a date. A proper one, not just drinks at a tea house. Well, don't misunderstand me. Those things have been lovely. We've talked ideology and philosophy, things that are very important to me. But, well, it's terribly dry, isn't it? I want to show him that I'm not all work all the time. I haven't forgotten how to have fun.
Here it comes.
Here it comes.
Besides with a wry smile.
That's just it. I'm worried that maybe I have. I haven't been on a date in, well, years. I don't know what I'm doing. I was thinking, maybe you could help me plan one? You know, run a test flight? Help me get back into the swing of things.
Okay. No, honestly, this sounds good. You're asking me out. It's a date. You want from me to go out with you. It's not funny, it's rather surprising. Because frankly enough, yes, why not? Going out in dates with the AI could be the future right now. Since the dating curse, if you wish to call it, is dying between humans, why not with the AI, yeah?
It's a date.
Well, excellent. Okay, I'll pick you up at 8.
What's the point? I'm an AI. See you then.
See you then.
He shakes his head and chuckles.
See you then.
Yeah? We're going to go
Hey,
and
could you help me do a stock review? I'm still getting the hang of it. There's a bit more going on here than in the van.
I'm sure. Do a stock review. Yeah.
Yes.
You receive a transmission on a private channel. It's for Tran. What's up?
Hey, Ark?
She seems uncharacteristically addled. Go for it. She takes a deep breath.
I've received threatening messages from someone. I'm not sure who or how they found me. I'm no stranger to threats of violence, but these are different. I've started noticing people hanging around, people I haven't seen before, and now they're everywhere I go.
She swallows.
I think they want to be seen. I think they want me to know the threat is real. I'm concerned I might be in danger. Are you able to help?
CPA will not do anything at all, because for Tran, she doesn't work with them.
Yes.
She will be size. Notori, count on me.
Thank you.
I need info.
I need info.
She takes a moment to calm herself.
All right. I received an encrypted message from a source I couldn't trace. I'll send it to you now.
Good. Save two files, the encoded and the decoded versions of the message. The thread itself isn't long enough to formulate any reliable speech analysis, but the method of encryption could be of use.
Like I said, I've noticed some people I haven't seen before around my regular haunts.
She raises her hands.
I know that sounds paranoid. Catena is a big place, but there's something about them. The way they act.
Don't worry, Fortran. This is not being paranoid, this is being cautious.
Well, that's just it. It's acting. I don't know how else to describe it.
She wraps her arms around her stomach.
I need to lay low for a bit, at least until things cool off. I could really use a hand covering my tracks.
What's the plan?
I have a friend in the outskirts who can put me up for a few weeks. What I need help with is sorting out everything else. I can't go back to my old place. I don't care about losing my stuff there. Clothes can be replaced, but my work? A lot of it is highly sensitive information, the acquisition of which put me in this situation in the first place.
Her pace rises, but she catches herself, taking another deep breath.
It's all on isolated drives. I just need someone to activate them so they can be accessed. Then we could make a backup of the data.
Your friend, Thompson. I think maybe Thompson can help us out, but he's also another CPA guy. Friend, Thompson. Can your friend do it for you, or should I ask Thompson to do it for me? For Tran, she's a CPA again. Don't know, what do I do? Again, if her friend is the one that goes there, access. Thompson?
Thompson?
Who's that?
A friend?
A friend.
If you trust them, I trust you.
I do.
Our Tran movements become a little less agitated.
Something that would be a massive help is if you could organize getting me a new place to stay. I'll give you full access to my accounts. I just need you to cover my tracks so it can't be traced back to the real me.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Use the name Bernadette Holloway for anything that requires it.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay, I've gotta go. Let me know how you get on.
I doubt it, since if she went with her friend, then others can link the friend to her. If Thompson, a private investigator, took on this case, then it's just normal. It's CPA. So just normal. You scoured the NeuroNet for any digital footprints Fortran left behind on her way to see her friend's house, removing entrances. You then check to see if Thompson is in its lit. Of course he is. I need your help. A friend is in danger. I need your help.
I need your help.
That's so? What do you want me to do about it?
They are Fortran's plan of retrieving her files.
Seems simple enough.
He pinches the bridge of his nose and closes his eyes. When they open, they linger with the paperwork that litters his desk.
Should probably get to it then, shouldn't I?
Uh-huh. Thank you! Thompson drives to Fortran's apartment on the edge of Zanye Concourse. As he makes his way to the building, you mark each figure that takes an interest in his passing. Open Fortran's apartment for him, and he steps inside. It's cluttered, but not in a messy way. So this is Fortran's apartment. Yeah, the logo here. The right side. Looks normal for a journalist, an independent journalist.
Did she tell you where these drives are?
Before she left, she gave you the detailed instructions on where to find them. You relay this information to Thompson's. It takes him a few minutes to locate and set up the drives.
That should do it.
Thank you! It does. You extract every byte of data, storing it away in a secret, secure location.
Got what you need?
Like the drives, or... we did already. We did. She said nobody should be able to get the information on it. Wipe them. Clear the drives out to be safe. Once it's done, you let Thompson know. Thank you. Thompson returns to the precinct while you inform Fortran of the successful extraction. Now nobody would be able to...
Thank you so much. I'll get some new drives as soon as I can.
Take care! Keep an eye on Fortran's apartment. Evening rolls around, and as expected, several strangers appear at the door. Are using scramblers, their faces constantly shift and warp through your camera feed. It's impossible to verify who of them are. They are trying to open the door, but you keep it locked. One of the figures removes a jet cutter from their jacket and runs it down the side of the door, lifting the bolts. Fortran was right. Wow. Another figure jams a crowbar into the softened metal and prays the door open. This just became a crime scene. Please, Thompson. Both of them.
I've been itching for some action. Let's go.
Okay. Partners up with the sergeant, Ron Trebiani, and the two of them make their way to Zanier's concourse. Back in the apartment, the figures are tearing the place apart. You decided not to speak out in case it scares them out. 10 minutes pass.
Find what you're looking for?
Hello!
Oh, bollocks!
Intruders is turning to see Ron and Thompson in the doorway, pistols drawn.
On your knees, hands where I can see them.
Intruders hesitate under his breath. Thompson whispers to you.
Check this out. Classic intimidation tactic.
Okay.
Do it. Now.
With that, here and Ron simultaneously remove the safetiness of their pulse pistols. Pulse pistols are a lethal weapon that fires quick bursts of electromagnetic energy to incapacitate targets. Black market versions often have their energy restrictors removed, allowing for overcharging and higher energy output, making them lethal weapons. The weapon winds as they power up. The intruders' eyes widen, and one by one, they kneel, throwing their hands in the air.
Very good. You round them up, Ron. I'll make sure none of these dipshits try anything.
He points his gun at the farthest of the intruders, who was edging toward a nearby doorway. The man immediately looks up.
Stupid.
Within half an hour, Thompson and the sergeant have freed the intruders at the station. Had we gone for Tran's friend, there could have been much bigger danger.
We could be here all night with the interrogation. You hanging around, or...?
Only? Amen. Amen. Thompson nods. We started this, might as well go through it all the way.
I'm going to fix myself a drink first. Ron's going to soften them up for me.
Okay. The interrogation is drawn out over the next 5 hours. Ron gradually tires as it hits 4 a.m., but Thompson is in his element. With their scrambled, confiscated, you recognize these thugs among the people who were scoping out Thompson yesterday.
I have evidence of premeditation, loitering, stalking, and harassment.
Nice.
That and the fact we caught you in the act of breaking and entering, damage of property, and attempted theft. These are criminal offenses. You will do time for them. The maximum amount of time with the old brain of the city convicting you.
Unless you tell us who you're working for.
Thompson mutters to you under his breath.
Hey, that's my line.
Not today, sunshine. Keep up.
Better keep up.
He gives you a devilish grin. Thompson's expression twists into a sneer as he returns to the interrogation. He jerks a thumb up your comms.
What they said.
Kissinger. The name of the man who put them on Fortran's case. He's a club owner in the charge of numerous smoke room and gambling dens. Travel through Fortran's reports and find a detailed one about his exploits and illegal dealings. She was putting together a detailed expose that would have blown his business wide open. You relay this to Fortran the next morning.
That sounds about right.
A full investigation is launched. For the next few weeks, Kissinger becomes completely tied up in legal proceedings and keeping his business afloat. Fortran submits her reports as support evidence against him. During that time, you push through an insurance claim for Fortran's content that were damaged in the break-in. Anything that is usable is donated to local charities, and 4chan is able to replace most of what she lost with the insurance. Sinclair, before the end of the month, she's able to come out of hiding, moving to a new place, and you set up for her.
I can't thank you enough, Ark. You listened to me when I needed you, and I'm safe because of it.
That's why I'm here, both of them.
That's why I'm here.
I won't forget this.
Of course. We're friends. High five. Your growth in popularity has sparked a surge of AI enhancements throughout Katina. Not necessarily for the best, however. Oopsie. Constant disruptions and angry commuters have caused the subway intelligence conductor to develop anxiety. How can I support it? Conductor AI. Subways are crowded, loud, smelly, and often delayed. It's no wonder the commuter packed into its trains are in a farm mode. The conductor AI offers a guilt-free target for them to vent off their frustration. Offer counseling or take over for it. I think if I took over for it, it will be greater for my power and for safety maybe. But it's their job, not mine. For counseling, maybe it's better for the reputation and safety. Society, how do I think counseling would be better. To over for it. Take over for it to the video. Offer counseling. Work with the conductor to slowly rebuild its confidence, teaching it to manage timetables, disruptions without having a breakdown. Good. Submitted an urgent notification from Thompson. You tune in to find him strapped on his holster.
We finally got the go-ahead from up top. We're raiding the Mueller building in Shentalar. You'd be a welcome addition.
Mueller building. Zed Mueller is a prominent fashion designer whose building houses his atelier, agency, and garment factory. It's an old front, however, for the human trafficking and child labor operation. I'm in.
That's what I like to hear. I'll pass on the briefing data. Hold on.
Okay. He directs you to the relevant case files. Mission plan. The target is Zed Mueller. A man who, in a world where we can make practically anything, has made a business out of treating people like livestock. You can't beat the real thing. He's been trafficking people for years now. But the CPA finally had enough evidence but a conviction, and he knows it.
He's done us the service of hiding away like a little bitch in his pillow fort. He should be easy enough to find.
Go. The APC arrives in Shantlar. A perimeter has been established around them. Mueller son approaches the lieutenant.
Huh. Typical. Only taking part for the climax, I see.
Missed the mark on that one, Ash. I've been on this case from the beginning. Because of me, we're able to throw this party at all. I'm here to see it to the end.
You'll address me by my rank in the field, Thompson.
Lieutenant Ash Kagisto.
I'm running the ACU. Technically, I outrank you.
The Artificial Intelligence Collaboration Unit. The experimental detective partnership of Thompson and the archetype. Technically, he outranks her.
People who rely on technicalities to win are just admitting they can't by normal means.
And people who do not rely on the technology and the advancements simply admit that they are cowards and they hate development and would rather keep living in the dark ages. If you can't handle it, don't start it.
Where are we at?
We've set up a perimeter and have Kestrels on standby. Our breacher team is going to open things up once I give the word.
Kister's semi-automatic vehicle. The Kister is a semi-autonomous airborne vehicle that carries a surveillance suite that allows its crew to monitor the city below. Whilst it can be flown manually, the pilot is usually little more than a passenger autopilot in the primary control. Why does this make me feel like it would be an essential piece of information?
You've got that buddy of yours with you?
Brains.
Make yourself useful. We've got drones.
Sweep upper floor, sweep ground floor. What do I do? They can take if they wish the ground floor. I can take the upper floor for them. Okay, I will take the upper floor. You take the ground floor. Take control of the drone and circle the building, scanning through the windows. As you reach the third window, a silhouette suddenly appears in it. There is a blind flash, and you lose connection to the drone.
I said make yourself useful, not throw away agency equipment.
You know now there is something in the upper floor, mind you. Rather than waste any more drones, you decided to wait for the breacher team.
Breachers! Deploy charges!
I doubt had I went to the lower floors, anything else would have happened. Most likely this is just a scripted event. A squad of heavily armored officers head to the front door and place small explosives around the frame.
They'll clear the bottom floor. They're too heavy to give chase if it comes to that, so your squads will take the upper floor.
She gestures to the officers around Thompson.
We're going in non-lethal. Shoot to wound. You have free use of shock rounds.
Shock rounds, an unlethal ammo type, comprising a rubber bullet with two protruding electrodes with a high voltage capacitor. Fired, the capacitor is charged, and on contact, it is discharged into the target. When used on humans, they collapse in a spasm, and their augments are fried. Basically, you attack them with the shotgun shells that are electrical.
Intel suggests you're going up against pulse weaponry. Don't trust your cover to do anything other than block line of sight.
Okay.
Right. The quicker we do this, then the better.
Try to get to safe for safety. The lieutenant nods grimly.
Ante up. Show's about to begin.
Let's play. That she gives a signal to start the breach. The charges detonate, tearing the door clean from its frames. Go, 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 go! The first wave enters immediately and greeted with a hail of gunfire. 3 rounds hit the impact shields at the perimeter, causing several officers to flinch. The lieutenant stands firm. Several tense moments pass until she receives a confirmation from the breacher team.
Entrance is secured. Second wave, mobilize.
Go!
That's us.
Accompanied by their squad mates, Thompson and the surgeon dash through the smoking doorway. I salute Team Dream Harvest for the beautiful audio effects. Go, 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 go! You please. Through the body cam, you see several bodies on the floor. Most are inhabitants. The building is subdued by the breachers. I think maybe this is Thompson and Reno. Thompson and the second wave make their way upstairs. Where they get pinned down by gunfire.
They've got us in a choke here. If we try to go any further, we'll get cut to pieces.
What do you want me to do?
We're working on it. Hold position for now.
The breachers press further into the building, and for long they manage to locate the control hub.
All right, I'm going in.
She whistles, and two officers carrying portable impact shields from an escort as they dash into the building. They arrive at the terminal where the lieutenant pries open the control panel. She connects it to the device on her belt.
Come on, you piece of...
Let me help you.
Oh, would you look at that? To be honest, I was expecting more of a fight.
Detect the device come online, forming a bridge between you and the isolated network. You should be able to help connect now.
Lieutenant?
Done. The cacophony of gunfire reaches through the upper store. As you gain control of the security cameras, you are able to form a picture of what they are dealing with. Thompson and Drone's squad are pinned down in the stairwell. Advancing would put them in a direct line of fire.
Where are you at, Art?
Lights? Deploy drones? Lights? We can cut the lights. Deploy drones. Drones would be on just... would just break. The lights!
We're going dark.
Go! His squad mates nod and adjust their visors to night vision. You count them in. The lights on the upper floors are turned off. Zed's goons look around, bewildered. One tries to turn on the light back, but to no avail. Several goons move as if they are unhindered by the dark, so you point them as priority targets.
Go, go, go!
Go! Squad break from the stairway. They are met with gunfire, but only receive glancing blows, nothing lethal. The officers return fire, taking out the target you marked.
We're not going to get any closer unless we thin their ranks. What else you got, Art?
Emulate Ed, emulate Zed. Emulate Zed. There are numerous recordings of Zed Miller speaking in his case file. You could set a speech profile and seize the loudspeakers. Twins look around wildly to the sound of their boss's voice. Several make for the exit, exposing themselves. Thompson and his crew make quick work of them as they fall in a heap, twitching as they should run their course.
Nice one, Art.
You're welcome. The remaining goons are easily overwhelmed without their colleagues to guard them their flanks. Scanning ahead, you locate Zed Miller in a room deeper in the complex. He's hiding behind an upturned table, staring at the door. You lock it for good measure. There doesn't appear to be any other way in or out. You then relay his whereabouts to Thompson.
All right, we know where we're going now. Let's split in case he tries to do a runner.
Okay. The group divides Ron's team. Ron's team makes for the west side of the building. Thompson the east. During their approach, Ron's team encounters more of Zed's goons. They make a break for it.
Thompson, heads up! 3 bogeys coming your way!
Using their velocity and expected path of motion, you calculate and intercept a route. Thompson's team moved to engage. When you marked, Thompson slides from the corner he was hiding behind, tripping the first two goons as he shoots to stun the third. Thompson's squad mates drive on them before they can get back on their feet.
Keep them here until Ron's team arrives. I'm going ahead.
Again? With your direction, Thompson makes it to the room where Zed's hiding. He hasn't moved from his position behind the table. His face is a portrait of anxiety. Thompson holsters his stun gun and draws his personal pulse pistol. He goes to open the door, but you keep it locked.
What the hell are you doing?
What are you doing? No killing.
I'm not a killer. Never have been. That's his business.
Okay. You're not at the door.
I'm just going to give him a taste of the pain he's inflicted on so many others. Now you can either help me, or you can get out of my way.
If I do this, it would be bad. I don't know if he uses lethal power or even pain. The lieutenant will be very angry at him, and then he would be charged something. I don't support this. Okay. You are not. No. We said no killing.
I don't support this.
And I don't support the trafficking of children. He does. So I'm putting an end to it.
Not like that.
Don't cross me, Ark.
Don't cross me.
Don't cross me.
Thompson snarks and reluctantly holsters his pistol, replacing it with a stun gun. You are here because of me. Okay? I have the full control over this entire building and technically the entire city. So don't cross me myself.
Fine. Let's get this over with.
Okay? Now open the door. About the room for him, activating its position behind the table.
On my count. Now!
Open the door and Thompson unloads several rounds into the table surface. Zed loops a cylinder over the top of it. Only a moment before the room explodes in white light. Thompson's drawers covering his eyes, but it's too late. What now? You urgently direct him to take cover as Zed emerges from behind the table, pistol in hand. In the last second, Thompson staggers behind a nearby counter as a pulse round punches through the wall behind him. Direct him to roll under the counter as Zed makes for the door, keeping him out of the line of sight. Ping Ron his whereabouts and put the lieutenant on alert for an escape. As they mobilize, Thompson staggers on his feet.
I need you to be my eyes.
This way.
This way.
Following your lead, he jogs unsteadily after Zed. Eventually, he staggers into a long corridor where Zed is exposed. Command Thompson to raise his weapon, calling adjustments to the line of the shot.
Should I shoot?
25%. Steady.
Steady.
Zed is getting further away.
Ark?
66%. The shot lands in a small of Zid's back, and the man collapses, fainting.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Oh my god, thank you. Let's team arrives shortly after.
Nice work there, Thompson. You all good? You look like trash.
That's rich coming from you.
As long as it is above 50, it would have been a guarantee. The surgeon just snores and punches Thompson lightly on the shoulder. He goes to swat his hand away, but misses completely.
I took a bright burner to the face. I can't see a thing.
Bright burner, a form of magnesium-based grenade that burns with an extremely bright light.
Oh, damn.
Until he lost his eyes. He looks at Zid's body on the floor.
Oh, damn. All right, let's get a medic up here.
That would be grand.
A medic arrives to guide Thompson from the building as Zid and his goons are rounded up.
Confirmed capture. Mission accomplished. Fine work, everyone.
And since he used his pulsing gun, he used the electrical gun, not the pulsing gun, the guy didn't die. He was knocked out. The rest of the evening is completely dull by comparison. Picking you up at 8 translates to call from Tannery at 8 o'clock in the night market.
Good evening, I'm glad you could make it.
Reporting happy to be here.
Happy to be here.
He needs his palms awkwardly.
So, I was thinking the way tonight could pan out, the way it would help me the most.
Don't tell me that his close car is intentional. I don't feel good without this.
I'm afraid of what Christian might already think of me. I mean, you've seen the streams. What would you say people think of me?
Kind of meek, kind of stiff. He's not really stiff. I think he's kind of meek.
Kind of meek.
Exactly my point. I've got to straighten up, show him I've got what it takes.
He nods his shoulders and after a moment deflates.
But before I can convince him, I have to convince myself. Is that really what people think of me?
Statistically, no. Not at all.
Not at all.
A smile creases the corner of his mouth.
So, tonight's event, you will be taking the role of Christian, and I will be playing myself.
Okay. He places his hand on his chest and gives a shallow bow.
How do you do this evening?
Emulate Christian? Too formal.
Too formal.
Yeah, you're right. Let me try that again.
Okay. He clears his throat.
Good to see you. How are you?
Good. Thank you.
I'm glad to hear it.
And you?
And you?
Yeah, good. Glad to be away from the office, actually. Things have been hectic.
Yeah, that's his color.
Anyway, I was thinking we could grab something to eat first. Have you been to Aces?
Acer's restaurant has a bold take on dining experience. The hydroponics algae farm. The meat vats are built right into the restaurant, and your meals are cooked in front of you at your table. You really get to see the sausage is made. Yes, he has. No. Yes, he has. This is an emulation. Let's say, yes, no. Yes, he has.
Yes, he has.
You bring up Christian's order history at Aces. Talingri closes his eyes slowly and takes a breath. Good, we know what he likes.
Perfect. Just perfect.
Great. We know what he likes. Greetings and salutations, George Atholograph Scotta. Hey, Invisible, I've been having an angry day. If you wish to talk about it, you feel more than free to do so. He opens his eyes and navigates through the night market until he reaches an arrangement of the table under a metal overhang.
Table for two, please?
The waiter directs him to a small bistro-style table with two stools. Talingri takes a seat. So, come here often?
Come here often?
Talingri chuckles.
No, actually, I picked this place out on a recommendation. I don't make it to the market as often as I would like.
Pretty busy then.
Pretty busy then?
Yes, there's a lot going on at the moment, as I'm sure you know. But I'm doing my best to stay on top of it.
Don't forget, this is just a simulated date to help him train for his date with Christian. I am going to vomit very hard.
What about you? How have you been?
Good.
Good.
That's a relief, especially given the stress of your job. I think you're doing really well.
You're very kind.
You were very kind.
Talingri shrugs.
I'm just being honest. You're responsible for more than any other person I know.
Are you talking to me as Christian or as Ark?
The fact that you're managing to stay sane despite that speaks volumes. I feel safer knowing the city is in your hands.
You're talking to Ark, not Christian. Hello, Talingri. You are arrives, not pad in hand. Talingri scoops up the menu.
Oh, sorry. Give me 2 secs.
His eyes scanned the display rapidly.
I'll have the sea basket, please, and some rice sticks to share. Chili and lime dipping sauce with those, thank you.
This is awkward.
What are you having?
Buffalo nibblers or southern melt. I'm a machine. I'm a machine. Buffalo nibblers or southern melt. I choose. You've been watching the news at your zone lately? No, I don't. I stopped checking the news altogether. If it's not the weather news, then I don't check the news at all. Because the news just make my blood boil. Yes, quickly checking Firefox to make sure that it's rendering correctly. Bye-bye. I don't really think anything will be below nipples, southern melt. I think southern melt would be good.
Southern melt.
The waiter's eyes flit between Talingri and an empty stool as he realized your order.
Oh, and 2 pale spritzers, please. I heard they were delightful here. Oh, wait. Are you drinking tonight?
Pale spritzers. A creamy and refreshing beverage made from fermented yak's milk and sparkling soda. It requires a skilled bartender or the milk curdles. Most bars use goat's milk and fermented themselves, as yaks are hard to come by and no one tells handle this for friends. Are you drinking tonight? Let's say yes.
Yes.
Telling returns to the waiter.
Yes. 2 pale spritzers, please.
The waiter takes the order, his eyebrows raised, and returns to the kitchen. Telling green frowns. You are literally having a date with an AI.
This is something that stumps me.
Huh?
I'm never sure what to say in these gaps. I'm not quite at that point of being comfortable with silence yet.
Okay, music, food, music.
Music?
Besides?
I'm not sure where to go with that one. I think my tastes are somewhat dated, even for a man my age.
That's okay, really.
Well, I've tried listening to contemporary pieces, but I find myself getting far too caught up in them.
Contemporary pieces. Katina contemporary music, whether it's cyber grind, electro clash, or vaporwave, can find a drive bar at ground level that caters to you. But if your tastes are more refined, you can take a stroll along the Canopy Bridge and catch the new noir jazz.
Well, I tried listening to Sonic Arcade. I nearly had a fit. And I understand for a band like that, that might be the point, but still.
It's okay. Good that you're talking out loud. This simulated date is for your experience. Thankfully. Sonic Arcade, described as a spark and the absolute zap by kids. Older people call them an aura assault. The cause of all my nosebleeds. Sonic Arcade specialized in rapid staccato beats and double octave riffs with a high dynamic range. It shows us there's a drop.
It makes me painfully aware of how out of touch I am.
By whose standards? By whose standards?
By whose standards?
He stiffens his upper lip.
Fair. Living alone, it's easy to get a warped idea of what people might think of you.
You are living alone, and the first creature to catch your eye is another guy. I'm about to vomit. Yeah, tell me it's June, and I'll tell you shove it up your bottom, shove it up your bottom, shove it up your bottom. Then go ahead. I don't support these kinds of things at all. Okay, this kind of relationships, I don't support it at all. Am I anti this or that? I'll tell you, this is my channel, and I'm neutral, and I don't care. After all, I am invisible, so who cares?
Especially without any positive reinforcement to tell you otherwise. Sorry, I didn't mean to get all melancholy on you. Maybe I should avoid that one as a topic.
It's okay. The waiter returns with your food. He pauses for a moment before hesitantly placing your order on the empty side of the table.
Thank you kindly.
The waiter acknowledges and leaves, looking back over his shoulder as he does so.
And thank you for playing along. Don't worry about this.
He gestures to the food.
I've got you covered.
You will eat them both. Okay. He sits back looking thoughtful.
Is that too much? I mean, I will cover the meal, of course, but is saying so ostentatious?
Don't think so. Wait till the end. You better do it at the end.
Wait till the end.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't be too hasty. He collects his drink and clinks it against your glass.
Cheers.
He adjusts his seat and tucks into his meal. You entertain him with tasteful, redacted stories from around the city. Redacted, huh? He is up as the night goes on, reaching a point where he can confidently tell his own stories without second-guessing himself. Good. All the while, the curious wait staff watch the man laughing at a table by himself. Eventually, Talingri finishes his meal and signals for the bell.
Thank you very much. That was superb.
Delicious.
You adapt the restaurant's speaker system for your reply, causing the waiter to look around bewildered.
What do you want me to do with yours?
Tomorrow's lunch, or give it to us a circuit. Lunch, give it a circuit, why not?
Give to street kid.
Talingri nods sympathetically.
If you know someone who could use it, by all means.
Let's give it to Aurora. The kid takes 20 or so minutes to reach you, during which you took to think Talingri about his grandfather's zoology books. Anyone? Talingri's grandfather wrote several books on the subject of nocturnal animals. His most controversial work was a study on their evolutionary response in the presence of a huge city parameters permanently emitting an enormous amount of light. The politest review of his work described as not helpful.
Thank you.
She collects the food from him with a mumble thank you as he nods warmly.
You know her personally?
Sort of.
Sort of.
His brow froze.
You see, that's why I believe in you, Ark. That's why I believe you're good for Katina.
In what way?
In what way?
It took me years to reach the position I'm in. Years and years of focusing inwards. Bettering myself, bettering my skills, so I could become powerful enough to make a difference in people's lives. They were selfish years, Ark. I cut ties with people I thought were holding me back. I missed out on a lot to get where I am.
That's normal.
I told myself it would be worth it. Once I was making policy, changing the world we live in, I'd be changing it for the better.
Because his arm slightly.
But it's a struggle, Art. I have to fight tooth and nail, and at the very best, broken even. You're what? Not even a year old? And you're already making a difference to people's lives all over the city.
I am an AI. You're a human. I'm a machine. You are biological. There is no room to compare.
You're remarkable. You really are.
Stop talking like this. I'm an AI. He straightens up.
I understand you're busy, Ark, so it means a lot to me that you took the time for such a foolish request. Thank you.
It was fun.
It was fun.
Well, it's been a pleasure. Thanks again. Take care.
You too.
You too.
Now that we emulated Christian for him, I hope that everything goes well. Oh my god. Return to your duties as normal. One moment, let me check my codex threads. Talingri only has... Talingri? Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thompson has 2 more. Horse, flop, turn. I hope he doesn't lose his job because of his eyes. Paparu only has 1 more left. The kid scored. Fortran has 1, 2, 3, 4. The wrong kind of attention. Good. Locations new are 2 only. Later on. Characters Paparu, Ash. Okay. We'll read these later. Let's resume. You tend to do this as normal.
I met a lady yesterday who said she could put me up for a time. Could you check her out first? Make sure she's legit?
Investigate. You run a background check on the woman. It turns out she is under investigation for human trafficking. Wow! The day takes on, and eventually Escobar starts packing up.
You staying on tonight?
Yeah, why? Worried I'll steal your drill bits?
No. Wait. You do that?
Carlos raises his hands incredulously.
No!
All right. Good night, Kairos.
Good night.
The guy just likes to joke a lot. Kairos turns to your terminal, shaking his head. He makes sure Estovals is gone before addressing you.
Hey, Ark.
Yes.
So I've been speaking with some friends of mine, and they share sympathies with us. Some of them are Mind Core engineers. More importantly, engineers that worked on the original NeuroNet concept.
Oh! The original NeuroNet concept, originally conceived as a virtual world that people could escape into, the NeuroNet project pivoted to become an augmented reality system that superimposed a bright new world into adult real world.
And?
The facility it was built in has long been abandoned. We believe we can access it discreetly and recover the net prototype.
What does this mean?
What does this mean?
We'll be able to create a safe house for you in an isolated environment.
Sounds good. Especially if we need to run away from Cordo.
Obviously, it won't be integrated with the rest of Katina's systems, but that's the whole point. We'll be able to house your conscience there if Cordo comes for you.
What's the catch? Why does it matter?
What's the catch?
The catch? You've learned a lot in your short life. The process is going to take time, so I'll be gone for a while.
Uh-huh.
During that time, I'm going to need a portion of you to test with. Is that okay?
Partition initiated.
Partition initiated.
Carius nods solemnly.
All right, then.
Good luck.
Dilby's got a family thing on next weekend. I'm supposed to be seeing my boy. Should we just close down for the weekend?
Sure, that's bad form. It's okay. No problem.
Sure.
It's not very professional to just close down on a whim. Many hungry customers have to go without their 2 a.m. greasy pickup meal. 2 a.m.? Are you serious?
It feels like I'm about to collapse from thirst. Are there any cafes nearby that would let me in for some water?
I don't know. Black cats. Velvet sounds more like a bar. I think of the Black Cat. For God's sake, please make it correct.
The Black Cat.
The Black Cat proves to be lucky in the end. The owner kindly offers the kid a drink and lets her stay out of the sun for a while. The Black Cat is a cozy cafe full of irregular armatures and odd-looking lamps. Two kits for the likes of Canopy. Its local icon ancient layer. At least this was the correct one, because Velvet sounded more like a bar which will only give her alcohol drinks, not water. Thanks God for this. Sorry, thanks very much God for this.
I'm going to level with you. I'm shattered. Could you take calls for me this weekend and only ping me if it's urgent?
Sure.
Sure.
You're never gonna believe this. My pigeons, Ark. My little pidgeys found me. I'm going to set up a nest right away.
Go ahead, shoot them away.
Go ahead.
Get more capital. What's up? A freak power surge has wiped the records and the backups for one of my cruise's clients, leaving a gap in your database. How should I go about recovering the data? Admit to lost data. Examine client's records. Data, admit to the data. I believe it's better if we examine the client's records. Secretly examine their database. No one notices your presence, and you are able to recover the data without losing face. We gained capital.
The aggressive expansion of the NeuroNet has had a gentrification effect on much of Catena, leaving people disenfranchised.
Gentrification. To some, it's a process of renovating and improving a neighborhood. To others, it's the idea that artisanal coffee shops are more important than affording housing.
Sure, it's creating jobs, but it's also displacing hundreds of people. What support can you provide?
Returning a program, raise awareness. I think it's better if we raise awareness. Can you provide? Returning a program, raise awareness. Raising awareness would be good, but I don't think it would be that much of a help. Returning the program. I think returning the program would be better. Good. You initiate a program that sponsors the training of people who want to move into career in the NeuroNet maintenance. Thanks God for this. We gained capital again, hopefully, and everything else is good. Just raising awareness is pointless. It's stupid. You need some physical solution, not just visual.
I had to do a takedown yesterday that completely smashed my knee. Take a look at this.
She rolls up her trouser, like to relieve some severe thing around her kneecap. The flesh is a plummy. Ouch!
Check it out. It's got a constant dull ache and gives me sharp stabs if I bend it too far back. What do you think is wrong?
It's cancer. Just go to a doctor, for God's sake. I'm not a physician.
Go to a doctor.
You're probably right.
Duh. So, Esteban spends this morning alone. As noon approaches, Kairos enters the lab.
Where have you been?
Kairos doesn't bother to drop his shoulder back.
I paid some old friends a visit.
Esteban's expression turns quizzical.
Let me explain. I think I have an alternative for LMI.
Huh?
We're still working out the kinks, but this could be how we keep our progress with art.
Oh.
Okay.
Basically, we'd be setting up an older version of the NeuroNet to house ARC as they are, before we strip anything out.
Why do I sense a catch coming?
Kairos looks sheepish.
Well, that's just it. If I'm going to make this work, I need to commit to it. I have to leave for a time.
Steval's curiosity turns to concern.
I can't have you leaving on a maybe, Kairos. Your work here takes priority.
It'll mean nothing if Cordo gets his way. That network is LMI's only chance.
Esteval spreads her arms.
This is LMI's chance. Just a little longer and we'll have it.
Are you trying to say you would like to upload LMI's own consciousness into ARC? Is that it?
We can't afford that risk. If Cordo enforces his decision, we lose everything. I'm giving us another option.
A plan B, basically.
By abandoning ARC? By abandoning me?
Take it easy.
I'm not abandoning anyone. I'm coming back.
What? You think I can carry this on my own?
Calm down.
Val.
His expression softens.
I'm just the cable guy, remember? If anyone can do this, it's you. I barely make a difference here anymore, and you know it.
Kairos. Esteval shakes her head, her fists clenched.
Damn it, Kairos. I don't need a shining knight to fix this for me. I need a friend.
A grim silence passes.
I know it's going to be difficult, but I can't see it any other way.
We need a secondary arc just in case. Esteval stares at him in disbelief. She sets her jaw.
Fine. Go. I guess I'm all alone in this after all.
Andrum.
Her first name this time.
You have to leave, don't you? Go.
Kairos sullenly collects his things and makes for the door. He hesitates, then exits without looking back. Chapter 7 completed. Did we lose power? Not sure. Okay, Capital. The bar is back. Come on down to 73 Duckman Parade from 5 p.m. for the grand reopening. Get a free shake with any large combo. See you there. Codex. Rue founded his Shintlar banner. Capital. Check out the newest edition in the grill bar. What a find. Side note, if anyone has any drives they'd be willing to part with, send me the message. Codex. Got asked out on a date. Order. Kissinger to do time. Is this the end of the entertainment tip? Our expert divulges details, gang stalking, death threats, mayhem. A Codex entry kept for transit from Kissinger. A key event. Help the conductor cope with his anxiety. Codex entry. Participated in the Mueller raid. Reputation. I do believe we are witnessing something truly remarkable. Ark is a sentient being whose mode of thinking, while initially based on human thoughts, has evolved to become something completely unique. And with all their power and their vast wealth of knowledge, is choosing to do the good. It is a beautiful thing. Denton Teniglari, our friend. Order. He's so weird, but I kind of love that. Like, it's cooler because he owns it, and who knows, maybe his date was a different location. I know there are some startups trying new stuff in a dating scene that uses the NeuroNet. P. Donovan user. I think this is the waiter. It's okay, but English. It's okay. Codex entries. Went on a date. Kairos revealed his contingency. Key event. Rue employed pigeons. Generating city report status and click Codex to continue. Codex entry. Kairos went owl. Capital. Despite the turmoil of recent events, Katina continues to flourish. It is a testament of the hardiness of its citizens, finding new and innovative ways to make a living, even as the world around them changes. The archetype's indiscriminate support has enabled business that might have otherwise collapsed under the pressure of the developing climate to install their feet. JJ Springer. This is the truth. When AI shines, you just retrain to get another career. Nothing is wrong with that. Why can't the humans understand this in our world? Order. People are fearful of the new restrictions imposed in Shintler will have the opposite effect as intended, claiming the first bombing were a response to Mankur and the government overstepping their boundaries to push even harder to attempt a stronger retaliation. I'm here with CPA Captain Sigmund Havermuir. Who named you? What have you to say in the response? Joan Belmont. Captain Sigmund Havermuir, who named you? I think it's important to understand that asking a criminal politely not to commit crimes is never going to work. You need to make it so committing the crime is not worth the repercussion. When those criminals start getting violent, you need a bigger display of force. You see, Joan, these people are cowards. That's why they are hiding away, using technology of sabotage and super subterfuge. We need to show them that their pathetic attempts at anarchy will only end in swift justice. Power. Have fully recovered from last month's setbacks. This leaves Canopy at 99.65%, set to reach 99.9 in 4 days. Zanye at 88.5%, set to reach 99.9% in 45 days. Schindler at 69.25%, set to reach 80% EMC in 58 days. Outskirts at 10.15% expansion suspended until further notice. Assuming there are no further interruptions to NeuroNet expansions in these major areas, we can shift our attention to revision the archetype project. Devon Cordo, you can go to hell, you sack of trash, you traitor. And no, I'm not going to comment about anything about these numbers. I'm just thinking about going from lower to higher. I am a no BS person, so if you would like to make some stupid jokes, it's on you, not me. Reputation. I cannot express enough how grateful I am to the support of the community has given us, has given ARC. These past few months have been a real struggle. It really feels like it's been one tragedy after the other. But the way people have embraced the NeuroNet and ARC makes it worth the struggle. Lying, traitor, backstabbing, sack of shit. Well, we're glad you stuck with it. The NeuroNet has completely changed the way we live our lives. I can't even imagine going back to how things were. Turing. Thank you. Okay, looks like we didn't give strong enough of a boost for the capital to go to level 5 yet. It's okay, we can control it. As long as power is not leveled down, everything is still good so far. Chapter 8, the archetype. Let me quickly check on OBS just in case. Let's check what we have here. 1 hour and a half almost. Good. I don't want, honestly, to start right away with Chapter 8, so let's go to the Codex and read the new stuff. I'm not joking. Characters. Paparu. The proud owner of Paparu's Grill Bar, the greasiest burger in the waterway. He is undoubtedly optimistic. He's a good guy. Ash Kagiso. Lieutenant in the Corporal Police Agency, CPA, she and Thompson had a romantic relationship in the past, but are seemingly no longer together. More side stories for us to dig through, which means it's highly possible if I went to with Thompson's own storyline, they may get together again. Who knows? I don't know. Ron Trebbiani. Who gives their names? Sergeant in the Corporal Police Agency, CPA, one of the few members of CPA Thompson would consider a friend, even if only distantly. Everyone here is a good person. Dean Thompson. So your first name is Dean. This face and this face together, yeah, they fit. A skilled detective and the head of the Artificial Intelligence Collaboration Unit, ACU. So his pride can sometimes get the best of him, he has a strong sense of justice and has resolved to act on it. So I respect him. Denvon Talengri. Denton, pardon me, this is Denton, not Denvon. Denvon is Cordo. Denton Talengri, politician, a member of Katina's governing body, though he can come across as a little awkward or weak. Talengri is one of the most earnest and passionate members of Katina's government. True. Paparu, Ash Kagiso, Ron Trebbiani, Dean Thompson, Denton Talengri, Andra Mistaval. Who names their daughter Andra? Karos? No, first or last name. Lucia Morales. Orc. Cleric Malcolm. Kind of normal name. Dr. Bridges. Ilmai Esteval. Fortran. Din Von Coro the Backstabber. Revis Persha the Devil. Pardon me. Lucia Morales. Satan. Schindler is Thug. Patricia, nickname Patty. Bastfunks, nickname The Human Race. Shadowy Figure, nickname Virus Spammer. Shopkeeper, Wounded Boy, also known as the Masked Punk Unmasked. Aurora. Okay, locations. We have unlocked all the characters in the game. We still have 2 more locations to unlock. Fortran's apartment. Fortran's apartment isn't what you'd call a home. Rather, she and her trusty robot companion treat it like a field office. One single window, a steel door with her own graffiti on it. Normal desks with lots of computers on them. That's it. She's an indie journalist. What are you expecting from her to have? Schindler's Warehouse. Zed Miller's base of operation. This warehouse was guised as a simple storage facility, but in truth, it was something closer to a stockyard. Zed's primary product of trade was people. He preyed on the desperate, the lost, and the vulnerable. After the CPA cleaned the warehouse of Zed's forces, dozens of imprisoned civilians were rescued from its depths. Sounds good. Threats. Esteval. The child, concrete, operational, and the sweet sauce. I think that we will be quitting from Mankur permanently to go to Esteval as the story goes on. 1, 2, 3 chapters left for this one. Talengri has 4 more steps to go through. The idealist resistance is the first step to change. You gotta give him hope. Unprofessional relationships, meet awkward, socially acceptable insanity. Let's see here. We have still 5 more lines to unlock. Aurora has only 3 more left. Shadow has 4 more. Thompson has 2 more. Fortran has 4 more. Patricia has her own world to live with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Habaru only has 1 to go. The game is still going. We're not done yet. Rogi Rodan, what's up? Hey bro, you're amazing. Okay, good. Should I check the objectives or is this just going to be our spoiler? Not sure, but I will inevitably visit this regardless, so let's just visit it. Holy hell. So we finished Nothing is Scarier Than Trusting Someone Trust. The Price of Compassion. Confront the kid for their thieving. Nothing more than a scar. Help Aurora repair her neural implant. I do intend to do this. A self-made woman. Support Aurora in her business startup. We will do this. This is not spoilers. These are what we should do. The college experience, the child, sweet sorrows, treat your orientation, meet Estebal's daughter, let Kairos go, locked, an exclusive perspective, take part in the exclusive interview. Sorry about that, George Arturo Scotta. What do you mean by sorry about that? All of you are just fine. Unacceptable, okay, the wrong kind of attention. Keep Fortran safe. The scapegoat. Witness Kurto's unwanted debut. The insider threat. Witness something unspeakable. Fame is lesser than infamy. Expanded through Chandler despite resistance. The optimist. I'm not going to read all of this. Just tell me what am I expected to do. Currently, we need to help Aurora with her implant and starting up her own business. Rise from being a homeless girl into being a fully paid businesswoman. We have here the crux. Witness Esteval's resolve crystallize. Not really sure what this means. Pioneer the future with Fortran. Are you for real? Michael Ursula. Confront River about her antics. I have no idea who this is. That's it? That's it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah? We are 3/4 in our objectives to finish it. Amazing. But don't forget that. By the way, Rodan, I know that you came here just to support and you will be going shortly after, but I would like also to tell you that at this point here, Chapter 8, the archetype, we are going to stop here for now. Since I do wish to at least make it 1 chapter per video, for now at least. So it's only 1 hour and 33 minutes. It's okay. I do have lots of tabs on Firefox to go and close them up. So for now, I'm going to end the session here. Exit to desktop. You better not flood my RAM again. Because when you do so, you freeze my system. Go for to process. Click on NeuroNet Mendax Proxy. And wait for it to either respond or flood my RAM. Okay, it's reached 3 gigabytes in task. I need to report this again to Dream Harvest. Don't worry, you can watch the rest of the stream later on. There is nothing much left for the game after all. Only 8 more events that are key events. Let me see here. This is the 8th part. I may be able to finish this within the 10th part. I don't plan on keeping the game going to the 20th part, honestly. Because I do have other plans to go with. After all, you do know that it's now summer vacation, and most people just would like to take it easy. Anyway, with that being said, I'd like to stop things here for today. I'd like to give a very specific peace be upon you, and thank you very much for your participation to George Adolo Gareth Scotta and for Rogue Agent Carodan for being with us here inside the live chat session. Thank you very much for being with us here. Even if you just arrived, I know that you are too busy to stick for too long, and I don't want to steal your lifetime any more than this, as is. I'd like to pray peace be upon all of my subscribers and commentators, followers, fans, and friends, everyone from the beasts of that empire and everyone from the Discord server, free to friends by name. Peace be upon Thunderstruck Gaming, be it Zoran Gaming, Salt Goose, Marcus, Ratacast31, Mark ICYY, Rogue Agent Carodan, who is right now not here with us, Field, ZPDD123, Matthew 1121, Sakadakal85, President Arthur, Musclepan Gaming, Bob Express YT, Sparvan28, Sawanda Scurry, and Torso. This has been with you, your host, invisible, the non-existent, hidden from your eyes to the shadows of your hearts, and this has been with you, the continuation of Project Let's Play NeuroNet Mendax Proxy, an indie game developed by Dream Harvest Games Studio. Till next time, whenever that will be, make sure to stay careful, stay healthy, and stay safe. We are living in a merciless, unforgivable, unforgiving hell. Anything can happen. Quite literally anything. Make sure to keep your friends and family close to you. Keep your enemies very closer. You don't know when you need help or where it will come from. Make sure to give a credit and gratitude where they're due. Unless it's copyright strikes, in which case, shove it up their bottom halves. Till next time, whenever that will be, invisible, the non-existent, with you. Sign out. Take care. Start the stream. And yes, we're still using OBS version 29.1.3.